Good evening, and welcome to this next edition of Truth Telling. Hey, I'm Stan Smith, back again here to tell you the truth. I'm gonna start out this edition of Truth Telling with my spiritual section, because the last time I done a Truth Telling, I had a little short end on it. So I want to make sure I get all my spiritual section in right off the bat. So what I want to talk to you today about is that you hear a lot of times many people say that, why did God allow this? Why did God take my child? God let me lose my job. It's God did this, God did this, God did this. I want to explain that. I want to explain, that God don't do everything. I know it's hard to believe, but let me try to explain it to you, that God don't do everything. There are other things working in this world. Here's a fine example. Right now, there is a flag on the moon. Did God put the flag on the moon? Now, God's material, so technically he did, but he really did not. Man put that flag on the moon, as we know. And I want to explain to my audience that there are other forces out here working against you. God's word is I'm going to repeat God's word. It is not my will. He didn't say everybody's will. He said his will. He said it's not my will that any of you should have harm. Okay? So I want you to understand, when you say God took my child, it wasn't God took your child. It was that drunk driver. We have freedom of will. And he got drunk and ran the red light and hit your child and killed him. So let's get that understood, that God that's not doing everything on this planet. So when you hear someone say that, that's just simply not true. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is truth telling. Now, truth telling, it's doing okay. It's doing okay, but me, Stan Smith, is toting the bill. I'm paying $10 a day for YouTube to promote my videos, and it's doing okay, but it is kind of hitting me hard. And to be honest with you, I would love for Truth Telling to go nationally. And if it grows nationally, boy, watch out. So I need your help. So what I'm asking you to do today is to donate. Can you donate whatever you can to Truth Telling? Hey, I will appreciate it, to Truth Telling, Stan Smith, P.O. Box 1331, Harrisburg, North Carolina, 28027. I'm going to leave this up here a second, let you get a good look at it and copy it down, because any donation would be highly, I repeat, highly appreciated. And I'll tell you something else. If you give a donation over $100, I will make sure that I give you a special shout out on Truth Telling. I thank you, and I'm sure that a lot of my viewers will thank you. Now I want to move on to the events of the day, which is politics. This is a politicianal show. And two things I want to run by you right quick. First thing is Cuba. And you're hearing a lot of Marco Rubio and this and that. He gave away the farm. He did this. He did this. Well, let me just put some thoughts on you, man. How do you describe giving away the farm? And you hear on all three talk shows, Sunday morning shows, they never gave you the actual policy. You just heard them criticize the policy. But if you check back to hear what the truth tellers tell you, because I tell you the truth, the actual policy is that we just starting relationships with Cuba. We can give them nothing. Just allow them to trade with them. Ain't give them nothing, just trading with them. Allowing us to come and go there as we please. And for our business to sell in Cuba. Because the 54 years of doing nothing has produced nothing. And I think I understand what the president is doing. He's doing the Trojan horse method. If you put democracy in there, the people will overrun it, and then that's how you get it back. But if you listen to the news, we gave away the farm, yada 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 yada. But the truth teller want to tell you the truth, because these Sunday morning shows, they ain't giving you the real policy. And the next thing I want to talk to you about is those cops dying. It's terrible. But what makes it even worse? This is what makes me mad. You take something tragic like this and you turn it political. Mayor Giuliani, I hate to say it, I felt like slapping his face, but I'm a Christian, I can't do that. But, he could, these guys, these Fox News people, Whoo-wee. Check out what he said. Well, those two cops, I blame the president. Well, come on, will you please stop blaming the president for when a mosquito farts? Please. Good gracious. Now, here's a man that was obviously insane. Tried to kill himself. His own girlfriend talks him out of it, and how he repays her. He puts a bullet in her belly. Now somehow you're going to tie all this to protesters and this and that, and that. It's pathetic. And I'm tired of seeing it on TV. Well, Mayor Biaggi is for the protesters. Come on now. Come on, let's just be real and look at it for what it really is. It's a deranged man, just like that other deranged man shot those cops and went and hid in the mountains for all those time. That's what's really up here. And to try to blame someone for it is really, really below human standards, I think. So the truth teller wants to tell you the truth. I am saddened that those cops died. But should we stop protesting? Sure, we should stop protesting for the 2 days. Well, I don't know if it's 2 days until those people are buried and give those families the grief they need. Sure, we should do that. But should we forget about it? No, not into policy change. That's all we asked in America. That's all we asked in, that some policy changes. Like on that boy in Cleveland. They pulled up on that and gunned that boy in 2 seconds. Bam, bam, gone. But we looked at the phone calls. I mean, just give the guy a chance. That's all we asked. And we ain't saying the cops are deliberately set out to kill that boy. But they was a little quick on the trigger. That's all we saying. So we need to understand that. Therefore, I'm Stan Smith, here again to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Here on Truth Telling. I'll get back with you, babe. Hey, Truth Tellers. Earlier, I gave you a sign to donate to Truth Telling. Here it is. I made an error on that, and I said 28027. But what I meant to say, donate to Truth Telling, Stan Smith, P.O. Box 1331, Harrisburg, North Carolina, 28075. 28075. I got it right this time, Truth Tellers. I sure would appreciate any donation you may do. For this is Stan Smith. Again, Truth Telling forever, baby. And I will appreciate anything you can do for this. Till next time, baby.